Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, troopers have identified the 3 people killed early this morning in a multi-vehicle accident on I-75 in Northport. Florida Highway Patrol troopers say the driver of a Nissan Murano was traveling southbound on I-75 when it hit the back of a car hauler semi pulled over to the outside shoulder. The Nissan was redirected to the other side of the interstate where it was hit by a third car. The Nissan's driver, 23-year-old Nathaniel Perkins III from Fort Myers, was ejected from the vehicle along with one of his passengers, Janisha Gadsden. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. A second passenger, Sharnice Brown, was later taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with serious injuries. The driver of the semi, who was outside of the vehicle, was reportedly hit and also pronounced dead at the scene. The driver's name will be released pending the notification of next of kin. The 3 passengers in the other car suffered only minor injuries. The highway near mile marker 177 was shut down for nearly 9 hours and diverted traffic onto Toledo Blade and US 41 to Veterans Boulevard before returning to the interstate. The wreck also caused several minor secondary collisions on the highway, but none of those with injuries. A demonstration for equal rights also slowing traffic in downtown Sarasota on Sunday. Hundreds of protesters marching down Main Street to raise awareness about local transgender issues. ABC 7's Erica Jackson was at the rally and describes how tensions got a little high.
It's not a struggle that ends, but it's a struggle that I'm willing to fight every day so that, other people have it easier.
Former Pineview student Nate Quinn is 2 years into his journey as a transgender man. Now he's using his experience to bring awareness to the issues trans people face daily.
Shut it down!
And it's trans people that are getting assaulted, not trans people doing the assaulting.
We have to now just keep fighting, just like Martin Luther King, just like Rosa Parks. It's our turn now.
Hundreds of protesters filled downtown Sarasota on Sunday to bring attention to local and national issues. Their protest involved blocking the streets, creating traffic congestion, and attracting local law enforcement. Their message, equality in public areas during what should be their most private moments.
I'm more worried about the boys' room with the old men than I am worried about going into the women's bathroom with a trans person.
What do we want? What do we want it now?
The protest sparked by President Donald Trump's reversal of his predecessor's transgender bathroom policy. President Obama had instructed public schools to let transgender students use the bathroom matching their chosen identity. Some President Trump supporters say they shouldn't have to accommodate to a small group of people.
You're talking about 0.003% of the population. So I'm supposed to give up my privacy in the bathroom for a few people.
I know if I had a small child or my wife was in a restroom, I wouldn't want a man going in there, or a transgender man.
But Quinn argues transgender men and women deserve the same equality as people that are not trans, and everyone should compromise.
There's one solution that would work for everyone, and that's have a men's bathroom, have a women's bathroom, let trans people pick which one they want to be in, also have a gender-neutral bathroom.
Activists plan to attend Sarasota County School Board meeting on Tuesday to bring attention to trans issues in local schools. Reporting in downtown Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. And now an update on the investigation of a deadly plane crash in East Manatee County. Detectives say they have identified one of the 2 victims involved. That crash happened yesterday afternoon within 30 minutes of taking off from Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. Witnesses say the small twin-engine plane came down near the intersection of State Road 62 and Highway 37 in the town of Duet. Investigators are waiting to release that victim's name pending the notification of his or her family. The crash caused an explosion and 30 acres of brush fires as well that were eventually contained without damage to any nearby buildings. And accidents aren't the only reminder to drive safe. Sometimes a near miss can be just as frightening. One Sarasota resident caught his on tape this weekend. Eric Tessenier was driving on Clark Road when he nearly hit a truck that ran a stop sign. His dash cam footage catching the entire incident on tape, his car just inches away from hitting that black pickup truck's side. Eric and his mother were driving home from Myakka State Park when this incident occurred. He says he avoided that truck by slamming on his brakes, or he thinks he and his mother might have been killed. So they had the right idea going to the park on a day like this, but Wendy, you got to drive safe when you're out there.
Isn't that scary? I mean, when I saw that, that really startled me. I have to tell you, that is just a frightening experience. Well, we are looking at some very nice conditions right now for us. Temperatures are on the comfortable side, and the humidity and dew point levels are still quite low. But we're starting to see some of these clouds spilling in across the west coast of Florida. So we're going to be starting to see a few more clouds for the overnight time period. But we're still just calling for partly cloudy skies, and no rain is in the forecast. Right now we're looking at 62 degrees. Our dew point and humidity levels are starting to creep up just a little bit, but the winds have calmed down. They're now coming in out of the east at around 7 miles per hour. And for the remainder of the night, we are looking at our temperatures dropping down into the 60s. We'll probably bottom out at around 58, 59 degrees for the overnight low. But a few more clouds now are going to be coming up into the picture. We'll let you know what our work week forecast is shaping up to be. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Are you looking for a job? Well, Manatee County Area Transit is hiring full-time bus operators to transport people throughout the county due to a growing need. Last year, officials brought the shortage of drivers to the attention of county commissioners, who then expanded the number of positions available. Qualified applicants must be able to maintain existing service levels, possess a Class B commercial driver's license, and must pass a Department of Transportation physical. All drivers will also undergo a 6-week training program. And if that position doesn't suit you, or you're looking for something here in Sarasota County, this Wednesday, Sarasota County's Human Resources will be holding a job fair from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Northport Public Library. Representatives from various county divisions and departments will be in attendance to assist candidates in completing applications and answer questions about current and future opportunities. Manatee County hit the ground running today with the Take Stock in Children 5 and 10K races. Runners and walkers staying healthy and active while doing their part to raise money for education. The elementary, middle, or high school with the highest number of participants was awarded a Take Stock mentor and scholarship for the student of their choice.
It's fun. It's really hard if you don't do it, but once you're out here, it's really fun and it's inspirational and everyone's really happy and it feels really good.
People that donated and came out and ran, our school would get a scholarship. And so I put myself in that position, figured, you know, if I were to be in that position to get a free scholarship without even knowing about it, why wouldn't I?
Take Stock in Children has served over 16,000 children throughout 67 counties in Florida. Another family-friendly event taking place at Nathan Benderson Park on Sunday, a chalk drawing competition, face painting, and opportunities to learn how to paddle, row, or stand-up paddleboard, all part of those festivities. The goal, to raise awareness about the upcoming World Rowing Championships that will be taking place at Nathan Benderson Park in just a few months, bringing 1,700 athletes from 60 different countries to compete.
It's been really fun. It's an amateur contest, but there are people here that take it a little bit more seriously than others. We have rowing and chalking and all kinds of things going on, and it's all open and free to the public.
Those World Rowing Championships will begin in September. A big day for jazz lovers, the first day of a week-long celebration of jazz music. The 37th annual Sarasota Jazz Festival kicking off in Sarasota, featuring the musical styling of the Greg Nielsen Band, Old Souls, and the Pineview High School Band.
Well, the Jazz Club is 37 years old this year, and our goal is to try and keep jazz alive in the community and the surrounding areas, and we do our best. We have about 70 concerts a year, believe it or not.
The Jazz Club of Sarasota will be performing throughout the week until Saturday with their last concert of the festival at Riverview Performing Arts Center. Still to come here on ABC 7, two U.S. leaders going head-to-head after President Trump accuses the former president of wiretapping. The FBI is now getting involved. And what Florida can expect with the beginning of the legislative season. Stick around.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Why do I run? I think life's a journey. Every step brings me closer to my goal. I run to see the world, and when you're surrounded by so much beauty, how could it not take your breath away?
Join us at Robinson Preserve Friday, March 31st at 6:30 p.m. for our 9th annual Twilight 5K and 10K race at one of the most beautiful scenic race courses in Florida. This race will leave you breathless.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
President Trump is back in the White House tonight after a weekend in Florida that likely was not very relaxing. The president stirring up a storm when he accused former President Barack Obama of wiretapping him during the presidential campaign. And tonight, the FBI director is pushing back. Here's ABC's Richard Cantu.
A senior Justice Department official tells ABC News that the FBI director, James Comey, has asked the Justice Department for a public statement rejecting President Trump's claim as false. Comey reportedly thinks the accusation makes it appear that the FBI behaved illegally and wants to defend the integrity of his agents. Meanwhile, the White House is waffling.
If this happened, Martha,
if.
I agree.
Why is the president saying it did happen?
Look, I think he is going off of information that he's seen that has led him to believe that this is a very real potential.
And the White House says there will be no further comment until Congress investigates the accusations President Trump made against former President Obama in those tweets. Terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. On NBC's Meet the Press, the former director of national intelligence also disputed the president.
For the part of the national security apparatus that I oversaw as DNI, there was no such wiretap activity mounted against the president-elect at the time or as a candidate or against his campaign.
Clapper adding that during his tenure, he saw no evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russian officials.
We had no evidence of such collusion.
Welcome news for Team Trump, but now overshadowed by that tempest over the tweets. Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
Meanwhile, the administration officials say that the president could sign a new travel ban into effect as early as tomorrow, replacing the old one that is currently stalled in federal courts. The previous order banning travelers from 7 majority Muslim countries from coming to the U.S. and banned entry to all refugees. Sources say the new ban will not affect green card holders and people who already have visas. This Tuesday, March 7th, is the start of the 2017 legislative session with hundreds of bills to be considered. Some will pass, some will not, and some polarizing changes are on the roster, including proposals on gun rights, gambling, housing, and economic incentives. Buckle up, Tallahassee.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Well, you had to hold on to an anchor today because we were getting ready to be blown away, weren't we?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I bet some, you see those kite surfers off the Skyway? I bet they were digging it.
They are the most amazing.
Yeah.
That is just
This
acrobatic,
was probably
isn't
their
it?
day. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that is so much fun to watch. But we had wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. So on the water, it's probably a little bit more than that. We had small craft advisories in effect. It wasn't a good idea to be on a boat today, whether you're standing on one or motorizing with one, because the winds were so strong. But 80 degrees was where we end up. So that was our daytime high today. 58 was the overnight low. We're going to get back down into the 50s once again tonight. We're going to see temperatures right around 58, 59 degrees for the overnight low. And normally we're at 56 and 75. So a little bit warmer today than we normally are. And right now temperatures are in the 60s. Dew point humidity levels still moderate to low. We're looking at winds coming in now out of the east at 7 miles per hour, and they've been coming in today, wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. That's certainly what we did experience. So we are looking at a few more clouds now coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico, and now that the winds have died down, we're not seeing the winds coming and bringing us these rain showers over to the west coast. So the showers that have been setting up along the east coast throughout the day are not strong enough to make their way over here. We've just had a few light showers on the east coast today. Nothing is going to be hitting us. We've just got a little bit of cloud cover, that's all. But the winds are going to pick back up for tomorrow, so we're going to see gusty winds once again in the forecast. We're going to see those winds anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then on Tuesday morning, we'll see the same thing, but by Tuesday afternoon, things are going to really calm down. So finally, we're going to get the winds out of the way beginning on Tuesday afternoon and into the evening hours. In the meantime, we've got these showers that are emanating from the Atlantic. They're moving onshore over the east coast. We're going to see them across the southeast, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. They'll start to see some of those showers developing, and some of this rain is going to be moving over towards the west coast. But we are not likely to see rain for Monday and Tuesday. It's Wednesday where we may get a stray shower that comes on through. We do have a cold front that's going to be making its way from the northwest across to the southeast, and that's a very weak cold front that's going to be coming on through. The possibility of that front, this is the one I'm talking about right here, it's already bringing snow and rain conditions and freezing rain across the northwestern part of the country, and that's the one that's going to be coming through here. By the time it gets to our area, it's going to be fairly weak, so we're only looking for maybe a stray shower that comes in on Wednesday. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing another beautiful day. Pretty much what we saw today we'll see on Monday, so a similar forecast is in store with breezy conditions. We're also going to be looking at highs right up near that 80-degree mark for tomorrow. This is what it's like for tonight. We're going to be seeing our overnight lows dropping down into the 50s, and then windy conditions through Tuesday. A stray shower is possible on Wednesday. Adam?
All right, thanks, Wendy. Florida Gator fans should start heading to Port St. Lucie this week. We'll tell you why coming up in sports.
As your agent, I care about what you care about, so I will take the time to help you through the process to find your dream home. Customer service is just another way to say I care about my customers. When you are buying or selling a home, you deserve special attention because it's a big decision. You should not feel rushed. I'm Jackie Evinia, agent with SWC Properties. I'm here to help you. Estoy aquí para ayudarles.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
What
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
For years, I told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Now, sports.
Orlando City Soccer playing their first game Sunday in their new home. Orlando City Stadium was finished exclusively for the MLS team, featuring a section of 49 rainbow seats to honor the 49 victims killed in last year's Pulse nightclub massacre. The crowd obviously hyped for the new stadium and the new season ahead, even more excited that its team won their first game there, beating New York City 1-0. The Wind not doing much for offenses on the Suncoast spring training teams. Just one home run between the Pirates, Orioles, and Rays games today. The Rays on the road in Dunedin to face the Blue Jays. Marcus Stroman getting the start for Toronto, facing Evan Longoria in the top of the 3rd, and Longo drives one to right field. Corey Dickerson scores from second, and it ties the game at 1. Later on in the 6th inning, Steve Pearce comes to the plate. He was traded by the Rays midseason last year, and he lines one up the middle, RBI single, and it makes it a 3-1 lead for Toronto. Same score in the 8th, runners at 2nd and 3rd for Rays prospect Andrew Velasquez, who delivers with a single to right field, scores one. Velasquez finished the season in High A last year. Rays would score 2 more this inning and 1 in the 9th to seal the road win by a score of 5-3. The Orioles at home today against a split squad Phillies team. Darren O'Day gets the win for Baltimore, striking out 2 in 1 inning of work. Phillies catcher Cameron Rupp responsible for that lone home run we were talking about. The Pirates lost by a run up in Tampa against the Yankees today. Clay Holmes, who finished in Double-A last year, had an impressive 4 strikeouts over 2 innings for Pittsburgh. The Pirates play the Yankees again in Bradenton tomorrow afternoon. And our fan or fans of the day, our brother and sister Anthony and Avery Lynn from Lakewood Ranch, cheesing it up for this cutesy photo at the game. Great photo, you guys. And you could be our next fan of the day. Just send us a photo of you or some of your friends and family at an Orioles home game to the email address pix@mysuncoast. That is pix@mysuncoast.com. On the other side of the state, Tim Tebow will reportedly make his big league debut this week for the New York Mets. According to the New York Post, the team plans to call up the former Gator quarterback from the minor leagues for their home games on Wednesday, March 8th and Friday, March 10th. Tebow played in 19 instructional fall league games last fall, a far cry from the big league talent he could be facing this week. The opening on the Mets roster partially due to 14 players leaving for the World Baseball Classic this week. More to come here on ABC7. Stay with us.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
Oh, we're not gonna take it.
world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular received a J.D. Power Award for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-297-5313. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target or Sears store today.
But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page Publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-425-5308.
Experts believe that nearly 40% of the nation's bee population died last year. Now, in an effort to turn those numbers around, prison inmates are becoming beekeepers. That effort began in a Washington prison with 8 inmates, but now the Department of Corrections has extended beekeeper apprentice programs at 7 state prisons. And the program has been so worthwhile for some prisoners that for at least one of the beekeepers is considering making a full-time switch once she is released.
Somewhere along the way, I lost my integrity, and they paid for it. The only thing that I can do here is to show them, that you can make lemonade out of lemons.
The hives have not reached a point where they are generating large quantities of honey yet, but the goal is for prisons to breed queen bees that can handle colder weather. So last night we showed you a dad who built a roller coaster for his son, getting our vote for best dad of the year. But how about the best grandfather? This grandfather in Texas built his first granddaughter an entire amusement park in his backyard, complete with a Ferris wheel and carousel and roller coaster, all built from scrap materials. That coaster starts on a second-floor balcony and circles the backyard. The track is made from PVC pipe and supports are wood and cement. The custom-built car locks onto the track with a wheel system, and it is apparently strong enough to support an adult, though few are probably willing to try it out, I would imagine.
Do these kids know how lucky they are? I mean, my goodness, that is so fabulous.
That's a problem. Now
Wouldn't you have loved having that in your backyard?
I would have, but then the bar would have been here for all other homes. Not good.
No.